Hello Minecrafters, today I'm going to show you a world I played for 200 days on. There's going to be a world download link in the description. It's a zip file, so you may need to use a tool like WinRAR or 7-zip. Make sure to subscribe and like if you want to see me go to 300 days. Without further ado, let's get on with the tour. Alright, starting off on the first floor of the main base, we're going to go chronologically. Also, I'm in creative because this isn't the actual world. This is a copy, which you can actually download in the description. So, not much has changed. I got this dragon egg. I killed the dragon on day 135. I changed this floor. I also got this parrot. His name is Perry. This is Joey. He was from the original 100 days. I'm planning to get name tags. So villager librarians can actually sell name tags, I think, at like the master level. So I might do that later. Shouldn't be too hard. Here's just some junk. This is my first pickaxe I ever crafted. Hung it up. Then continuing, we have the second floor, the bedroom. I don't use this place that much, so I don't actually go to my main base that often. Here's the storage room. I got a lot of dirt from flattening out this area, as you can see. And then the final floor is the enchanting room. I don't use it that much. During 200 days, I did change this to have bookshelves, which I got from the stronghold, which is pretty cool. And yeah. So continuing on, we have the basement. It's a pretty cool area to relax. I built this really early on because I was low on health and I didn't want to die. So while I was waiting for my crops to grow, I just made this, you know, so it wouldn't get me killed. Just a cool place to relax. Now we're outside the base. Not much here. The farm. So I used to use this a bunch, but I have a better one and I'll show you that later. The animals, we have sheep and cow. That's a little loud. We have sheep and cows because those are the most useful animals. I didn't really get the chickens and pigs because, I mean, I guess eggs, but I don't really need that stuff. Here's the farm storage. I don't use it that much because I don't farm here that much. But we have it here. Some junk, you know. We also have like a disposal system, which I would mostly use for seeds because I was just getting too many of those. That's pretty much everything on the main compound area. The next area we have is the mine. I don't really need to go mining anymore, but yeah, you can see here, this is where I got a bunch of diorite from. I actually died around like day 40-ish. I dropped down on one of those stalagmites because I didn't want to dig down. I was kind of lazy. I didn't realize it did so much damage. But yeah, good thing this wasn't a hardcore series. It doesn't really matter. I was only like 40 days in, so, you know. That's everything here. Okay, so the next thing I built was this savanna house. I labeled everything for the world tour download link or whatever, so it's easy to find. You can see I built this path out of deep slate because that's what I had the most of at the time. Still a few trees that I need to clear out. I don't know if I'll ever get to that. But anyways, we we're at the savanna house. Has this nice little bridge, you know. There wasn't any real purpose to the savanna house. Just thought it'd be cool to have a house in a different biome or something. Was planning to use it for mining and fishing. Never really did that at all. You can see it's pretty empty. And yeah. When I first built this savanna house around day 34, I actually went back and watched some of my videos. The original reason why I started recording was because after I finished the savanna house, I felt kind of proud. So I just started recording my journey in this world. It's kind of interesting. I think that's it for the savanna house though, so let's head back. I can fly. Alright. So, next thing we have is the village. So, this path, I originally went to the village around day 40-ish. And I built this long path. It's like about 1,000 blocks or so. I built it out of wood. There's a little savanna house. And I don't really use it that much because at the start of like around 100 to like 105-ish, I built a nether path, which is just way better. And it's way faster because, you know, 8 blocks, or 1 block in the nether is 8 blocks in the overworld. So yeah, I'll show you the path anyways. Goes pretty far, and then we arrive at the village. So this place, the original reason why I went looking for a village was because when I was flattening the main base, I was using like an iron shovel, and I wanted to use a diamond shovel, but I didn't have too many diamonds, so I wanted mending. And to get mending, the best way is probably villagers. So that's why I settled here. First thing I built was these walls. And also my house. It only used to be 1 floor. Then I built this mine, which I didn't really use. I used it to get stone, but besides that, I didn't use it that much. Then if we go inside the house, we have my dogs. These 2 are from the original 100 days. We have William and Billy. He's facing the other way. And I got this guy during 200. His name is Oliver. And I hung my first fish up over here. So, what else? Just have some of that. Some valuables. In the first 100 days, this used to be like a normal wood floor, but I decorated it with a fish, this banner, some paintings. I got the glowstone from the clerics. And we have the basement, which I made during 200 days. Haven't used it that much. Planning to use it for storage, but I don't really come here that much. And some more storage, some old diamond armor. What's up? Anvil, enchanting table. Again, I used the stronghold things. Some books I got from the villagers. Just nothing up here really. That's it for the house. The farm. So this is where I did most of my farming. It's pretty mindless. Like, it's so long. I can just like hold W and just like left click. And I usually like watch some YouTube or something, which made this process pretty easy. And yeah, I found that carrots and potatoes are the best to farm because they don't actually have seeds. You just get pure like carrots and potatoes, so it's probably like the best way to farm them. And I did work on the 2nd floor. I don't think I'm gonna expand it because I don't actually farm that much either, and I'll show you later what I do for emeralds. So I have the 2nd floor, and I use torches, which actually count as sunlight, so this bottom floor can actually grow. And we have some other farms, which I don't really use this. This melon and pumpkin farm is too small to actually be a efficient farm. After I built my house and the storage area, I actually used this to store crops, but I haven't been here in a while, so it's kind of empty. I built this villager breeder pretty early on. One thing I have to say though, it was quite annoying because I had to break these walls every time I wanted to transport villagers, then place them back. And also, before I had these stone brick paths, there are these types of paths, and they're actually slightly lower than a normal grass block, and the boats would actually get stuck. So, good thing I changed it to this. Usually I'd break the bed at night and then boat the villagers out, so the other ones can't escape because they're sleeping. Then I would bring them to this building. So this building is my villager trading hall. Some chests here, you know, some more chests. I got all this armor from the armor smith while leveling him up. Here I labeled some of the enchantments, which is pretty cool. Got some farmers. That was my main way of making emeralds. Here's my cleric. This first guy didn't sell me ender pearls. I think they had like a 2/3 chance of selling them, and I just got unlucky. Here's the armor smiths, full diamond armor, which I can get through farming, and it was pretty easy too. I can make like 48-ish emeralds per day. Some more enchantment books. Yeah, I didn't label all of them actually. Could do that later. That's the trading hall. It's a pretty cool place. Okay, next thing I did, I think this was during 100 and 200. The stone brick path. I started it during 100 days, but I finished it during 200, and I think it looks pretty good. It goes like pretty much everywhere. I do like this little fountain area. It kind of serves as a central town, whatever you call it. I don't know. Also, we have the snow farm. I went for my creeper farm. I needed snow, and it took a while, so I thought I'd make a snow farm in case I ever needed it again. I probably won't, but you know, who knows. It's a pretty cool village. So around the start of 200 days, I connected my portals, which I'll show you here. It wasn't as pretty. It didn't have stone bricks at first, but I did connect it to my main base, which I'll show you. Here is the main base. Show you. This is my lava access. It's pretty nasty. I don't really need it. I'll show you a better way I have of getting lava later. You can see I took some lava there, but it's pretty unsafe. There's the hoglins, and it's just kind of not good. So we're gonna head back. All right, the next thing to show is my nether fortress path. That's just where I got some more netherrack. Yeah, I had to build like pretty far over like a lava lake, and there are ghats, so it's not safe. And I just had a lot of dirt, so I made it out of this. I don't think I'm ever gonna clean this up, but you know. So this was to get blaze rods to get the Eye of Ender, and it works alright. This wood is actually crimson wood, so it doesn't burn, which is really handy. Now we're gonna head back. The ghats can't see you with these walls, so we're all good. Can just fly all the way back. Being in creative is pretty cool. And then we're gonna go back. The next thing I built was this stronghold path, because you know you need to go to the stronghold to beat the ender dragon. So I went all the way there, you know, flying. And there was this desert village which I found on the way, which was even closer than that other village. So I didn't settle there until later. So we're gonna ignore that for now because we're going chronologically. So we're just gonna go to the stronghold. I can actually fly. What am I doing? I wasn't too far. This was actually my second stronghold. The first one had a deep dark, and I think I summoned the warden. So I just kind of ran and tried to find a different stronghold. And I guess this one isn't that bad. It goes over the ocean, which is pretty safe. That's my creeper farm, which I'll talk about later. If we just keep flying, I think we can. Yeah, there's an ocean monument here, which is pretty lucky. Just found it. And yeah, so if we go here, it's a pretty long path. Just keep flying. And yeah, here we are. So the stronghold, the like Eye of Ender gave me a rough location, so I just started digging down, and then I couldn't find it. I tried like a bunch of times, but then I tried digging through, and I found the portal room wasn't actually connected to the stronghold. I had to dig a bit, which was pretty annoying, but I did find it, so guess it all worked out. And I'll show you my end area. There's not too much here. Alright. So here's the end area. I actually died fighting the ender dragon, and I forgot a bed, so I had to travel all the way here with like basically nothing. If we go in the end, here we are. So this is my end place. I died, I think I died over here. Like the ender dragon did that dragon's breath thing, and I was kind of stuck. Pretty unfortunate. I'll show you my path to finding the elytra. Just need an ender pearl, I'm pretty sure. I can just pearl in. Here we are. So I started digging. I'm gonna show you how long this path is. This took a while. My pickaxe is pretty low. Here's the little rooms. You might see that occasionally. That was just so I can get end stone. And this place is pretty unsafe. But I mean, it's all worth it for the elytra. So I'll show you how long this path is. Just keep going. Just keeps going. I actually found 2 end cities. The first one didn't have the ship, so that was pretty unfortunate. Here's another room for end stone. Oh, there's my first area. Here's like a place where I went to get more end stone. It's pretty crazy. Then if we keep going, that's the first end city, which I kind of just dug over to. Here's another little house area. Some stuff here. Not too much stuff. I might come back. Those shulker shells. I might come back for those. But I went there. Another house. Probably more digging. Then yeah, you can just see how much stuff I had to go through for an elytra. It took like a few hours, I think. Here's a little house I made. It's pretty dangerous. There's no torches here, so endermen kind of just spawn. If we keep going, I think this goes like 2,000-ish blocks out. It just keeps going. Yeah, here. I think this is when I decided to like take a turn. So if we look at the coordinates, this is x2000, and I decided to turn. I went this direction, and just hoped for a end city. So it still took a while. If we keep going and going, we found one. That's, yeah. So that's the end ship. It wasn't too bad. I didn't die, luckily. And then yeah, and then I can go home. So I just wanted to show you that path. It took so long to build. So, you know. Yeah. Okay, so when we teleported through, this actually brought us right to the place where, actually no, it's not. I need to show you the creeper farm first. Hang on. Let me fly over there. Shouldn't be too far. I mean, I showed you it earlier. I wonder if this is faster. Nah, just fly. So the creeper farm I built, when I got the elytra, I wanted to get rockets, you know, so I can actually use it. And I've used a mob farm before, and those things are kind of just slow. Building it over the ocean helps a lot, but dedicated creeper farm is pretty good. This thing was pretty fast. It was like good enough for me. If we go inside, can we like spectate? I don't know if we can. I don't think. I'll just break a hole. This is what it looks like inside. All these trapdoors I actually placed in the same direction. Cause kind of perfectionist. That's where I would AFK up top. I don't AFK too much, only when I really need it. But yeah, this thing was pretty good. Yeah. Alright, so we're back at the desert village, finally. I think I spent around day, I'd like to say like 160, 150-ish to the rest of 200 here. In the other village, I spent day like 40 to 100. So, I kind of just spend a lot of time at these villages. It takes a lot of work to make them actually useful. It's the main house. I got Gerald. He has 2 different colored eyes, and again, I'd like to name him with a name tag. Hopefully I can get that done. Here's the upstairs, just the anvil, this stuff. And on day 200, I actually bought a cake from the bakery. I'll show you that later. And I was gonna place it on a diamond block, but then I misplaced it. I think it's kind of funny to just leave it like that, so I'm gonna do that. So what else? I got this clock. I think I got it from like one of those mineshaft minecart chests, and I got this tropical fish, which I fished from over here. I think it looks pretty good. Oh yeah, this sugar cane, there's actually water like underneath. I don't know if I can show you that. There's water right there, which allows me to place it. I got these banners from the cartographers. It's all just pretty cool. Another thing I set up pretty early on was the villager breeder. It has this fancy floor, which I mined from over there. I don't think they had windows originally, but now they have lanterns. They're living pretty good. Here I learned my lesson. I made it pretty easy to transport villagers with these gates, because villagers can't open gates. It's pretty easy, and it's all one level, so I can just bring them over to my next building. I'm going to show you the cartographer building. So here is 1, 2, 3, that's like 12 cartographers. They're all master level, I'm pretty sure. I would sell them glass and they'd make tons of emeralds. This isn't all of it. I actually transported some to other places. I just get tons of money here. Another nice carpet also. And yeah, and I'd have some sand. Here's some glass. It's kind of empty because I haven't been doing stuff. There's the super smelter. I don't have any sand really, so here is the lava. I mentioned earlier I have a better way of getting fuel. This is it. It's so safe, and it refills pretty quickly. Like once I'm done using it, it'll probably refill like half of it already. And the super smelter and the lava farm can't be done without this, the iron farm. That took a lot of iron, so I decided to build an iron farm. I think it's alright. There's a husk in here, and he's named. And these zombies, like, they get scared, which summons iron golems to harvest iron. It is a little cruel, but I need iron, so yeah. Here is the sugarcane farm. While I was digging sand, I decided to dig out an area for my sugarcane because I need paper. Because I'll show you in the cartographer building. To get them to actually buy glass, you have to level them up, and I leveled them up with paper. I also needed paper for fireworks, or rockets, so that was pretty useful, having all this sugarcane. Here's the bakery. I placed a bunch of cake on the top. Here, I thought it would be convenient, so I can basically buy golden carrots. That's what all of these guys sell. And I just have a bunch of emeralds and some food. Some food I got from leveling them up. I mean, I was so rich, so I can level them up to master pretty quickly. And what else do I have to show you? Got this storage. I did not really use this. There's still some sand. I might get that later. Then we have my horse. His name is Gray because he's a gray horse. And yeah, he's pretty cool. Always wanted a horse. I have one. His stable is Pretty nice. He has some water because, you know, it's pretty hot. And he has this roof to protect him from the heat because, you know, we're in a desert. Once again, we have some paths. Here's the fountain. I don't think it's as good as the other village, but it's alright. Here's my cactus farm. It's pretty simple. I just used it to get green dye for the cartographer building floor because it's, you know, green terracotta. That's the fishing area. Used it to get fish and get Gerald. There's some dark oak trees which I planted. I think they're alright. And I'll show you, I've been digging out a lot of sand over here, and I started a little bit on there. I'm planning to not have to dig sand because it is a little boring. It's way more efficient than farming though, because like if I dig constantly, it requires me like no fuel really because I have infinite. I can pretty much always keep up with 12 villagers. I just need to be constantly digging, which is kind of annoying. You may also notice I have these walls which I set up pretty much like when I settled here. They didn't used to have these lanterns though, lanterns. I got them because, you know, I had this iron farm. You know, I can spend iron. I have enough. Like you can see, there's just some iron lying around. You know, it's not even a big deal really. Yeah. So, I'm planning to build like an area where I have a melon and pumpkin farm, and I build like this second trading hall for the melon and pumpkin people. I'm hoping to cure them with like zombies. I do have some gold for golden apples, but I have to brew potions, so I don't know if I'll ever get to that. I think that's pretty much everything in my world. So yeah.